contacts on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on your WhatsApp status, on your Facebook story, on your Twitter fleet. Just share the link, across your social media platforms. Invite your friends and your loved ones to be a part of it, and I trust that they will be glad you did. Now, Matters of the Heart, in case you're joining for the first time or you're connecting for the first time, Matters of the Heart is a relationship program for singles and the married. All right, so regardless of your marital status, this program is for you, as it will help singles, to prepare for relationship, for marriage, and then to thrive in relationships prior to marriage. It will also help the married to thrive in marriage. All right, so whilst you're sharing the link, we'll just commence in maximize time. Today we'll be discussing something interesting, and it's about body count. Does it count? Body count. Does it count? Straight to the point. To answer the question, my answer is yes and no. Yes and no. It's not a case of being neither here nor there. It is being here and there, and validly so, and I'll explain. Give me a little time. Okay, so I'll start with the no. Okay, so here is it for the no. Body count does not count um, for someone you just met. If you're meeting someone, the person's past does not count. I mean, I don't see the reason why you should judge somebody for actions of the person when the person never even had you in contemplation, when you were not in the picture, let alone when the person never had you in contemplation, let alone you being in the picture. In fact, the person might not have even imagined that he or she would meet you, or that someone like you or you existed in this world. So why would you judge the person for that? So it does not count in that regard. It does not count. You should begin to judge people or assess people from the moment you meet them, not prior to that time. All right, judge or assess people from the moment you meet them, not prior. That being said, um however, there is a how will I say now, there is a clause, there is an however to it, and that is the fact that body count will only count for someone you're meeting if, upon meeting the person or after being with the person a while, you notice that there are still carryovers from the past based on the person's body count. That's when it will matter. If there are still carryovers from the past based on the person's body count, that's when body count will matter. Let me give instances. Number one, someone has a soul tie. Yes, she's had a boy, he or she has had a sex partner in the past, or a lover in the past, who, despite being now with you, he or she is still connected to. Every time he or she thinks of that person, talks of that person, then is a problem, because the body count has left an imprint on her, has left on him or her, has left an imprint or a trauma, all right, on him or her. At that point, or in that case, the body count will count. Yes, in fact, it is still counting, and that's what you're observing, the soul tie. So where there's a soul tie, because it will be more like the person is just using your externality but relating with that person in the past, and that is not good for you. So in that case, body count will count. Or where the person is still showing signs of the effect of that body count. When there are still signs of the effect, the impact of that body count of the past, that is when it will matter too. Yes, if there are still signs of it. I'm thinking of an instance to use right now. Okay, let me explain. Okay, someone, well, this should be for the married. All right, this should be for the married, but let me explain, though this instance I want to give now applies to the married, but let me explain using the married. Okay, so someone is getting married newly to somebody, you got married newly to somebody, and every time the person is comparing your sex skills to a previous experience he or she had, then you can see that that body count has an effect, and in that regard, it's a no-no. But then it is too late, because you're already married. So that's why this point should be about singles rather. So like I said, Body count should not count when you meet somebody, when you get a new date, when you start off a relationship with someone, except there are baggages from the past that are still manifest in the persons today. And I gave an instance of a soul tie. So that's when you may consider the body count thing a serious thing, and then you take a step back. Otherwise, it does not count. So I've answered the question as regards the no. Now the yes. Remember I said the answer is yes and no. Now concerning the yes, this is it. The yes applies to people who are not yet married and who are not yet in a relationship. People who are not dating yet and who are not married. You should know that this is a word of caution, as it were. All right, so you should know that there's something that comes with sexual involvement. Sex is not just a physical activity. Sex involves your entire being. It's a solical thing. Yes, it's a solical thing. So by the time you've had sex with so many people, let's even leave the body, let's start with the soul. There is a tendency of you being emotionally entangled with so many people, such that there will be some kind of emotional chaos, a solical disaster within you. That's one. And then the body, you see, the body is like a vehicle. Yes, it's like a vehicle. A vehicle that just left the factory today cannot be the same in terms of quality and in terms of value estimation with a vehicle that has been driven for 3 years. No, it cannot be the same, let alone being driven by 10 different people, some of whom are madmen. Just imagine, how will that vehicle look like? A vehicle that is just coming out of the factory today, and a vehicle that has been driven for 10 years, for 3 years, by 10 different people, some of whom are madmen. Can you compare the two vehicles? So apart from the solical aspect which I've just talked about, bodily, mileage, there's something about mileage. Mileage causes depletion. As you keep getting sexually involved with people, your body is dilapidating. Yes, your body is dilapidating. And by the time you're ready to settle down, you are actually settling down because you're down already. And you expect some other person to come and to go down with you, as in to reduce himself or herself with you. Think about it. So if you are not yet married, if you are still dating or you're yet to date, please and please know that apart from solically disorganizing you, you see, body count causes depletion. It causes depletion for your body. Yes, there's this freshness that comes with being intact. There's this value that comes with being new. So to that extent, body count counts. So the answers I've given relate to two different categories of persons. Yes, in saying no, body count does not count, I'm talking about people that are entering into a relationship, people that are about to enter, that are entering into a relationship, or that just entered the relationship with somebody. You should judge people only based on when you started knowing them, from when they met you, because it is from their meeting with you that they became accountable to you, or that they became committed to you. So that's when you should, even in law, it is a universal thing in jurisprudence, criminal jurisprudence, that you do not enact a criminal law retrospectively. You don't enact a law that is criminal in nature and then give it a retrospective effect. No, that would look like witch hunting. So similarly, when it comes to relationships, you don't start judging people for their body counts before you met them. No, it is if they keep engaging in such things after you have met, that's when it counts. But this is for people who are in a relationship or who are about entering a relationship. But now, on the other hand, I said yes is for everybody that is yet to enter into a relationship, everybody that is yet to be married. Body count counts because it causes solical disaster and it causes bodily depletion. Yes, it causes bodily depletion. Anything you use, as you keep using anything, e reduces both in quality and in efficiency. The body is not exempt. I hope you get the point, and I hope that you we are inspired, or you learnt one or two from this session. And I look forward to seeing you next week Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time, for Matters of the Heart. And if you have any question, please send it to victorokudiri@gmail.com. victorokudiri@gmail.com. Okudiri is Okwudiri. And I trust that you will get the answer you desire, or the right answer. Let me put it that way. Before I sign out, I would like to plead with you to follow me across social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, um, yes, TikTok. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Yes, just search for Victor Okudiri. Victor Okudiri. Okudiri is Okwudiri, and I'll be glad if you so do. All right. For those on YouTube, please do well to like this video, and do well to click on the subscribe button. I want you to do 4 things for me, or 3 things. Number 1, click on the like button, please. 2, click on the subscribe button, yes, so that you'll be seeing our videos. And then number 3, please click on the share button. Share the video to your friends, to your loved ones, to your contacts, even to your enemies. I'll be grateful if you so do. All right, until I see you next week Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you. Peace out.